Βρισκόμαστε στο προπονητικό κέντρο της ΑΕΛ στην Λεμεσό, γιατί σε πολύ λίγο θα μιλήσουμε με Ιβάν Τρισκόφσκι. Ιβάν, καλώς όρισες.
Ευχαριστώ.
Πώς είσαι?
Καλά, εσύ?
Μια χαρά κι εγώ. So, Ivan, let's start with your name. How is the correct way to pronounce your name?
Ivan Trychkovsky.
Trychkovsky.
Yes.
So, you have been in Cyprus so many years and nobody says your name correctly.
Well, they say it in their own ways, but okay, I accept it as it is and no problem at all. But yes, it's Ivan Trychkovsky with Ch.
So, how is life recently in AEL and generally?
Okay, generally it's okay. I cannot say that is something wrong or something. Thanks God we are all okay. Family is good, which is the most important. In AEL at the moment we are not where we want to be. Definitely where we don't deserve to be. But this is the challenge now to make the next step, the next game. To take points that we missed in the previous game in order to make the life easier to everyone.
And I guess you are working on new things with a new coach, Marios Nicolaou.
Yes,
to improve the team.
He's the third coach this year, which is not easy for a football player, for one dressing room to adapt all the time on the new systems, new models and new ways of playing. But I think we are on the right path. We have some improvements, some different things that we are following up, and hopefully the next game, the result to come.
And you don't live in Limassol, you still live in Nicosia?
Yes, it's true, I live in Nicosia, yes.
I don't remember, I think 3 weeks ago we had this interview with Rafa Lopez, and definitely asked him about you. And he was like, Ivan is a true legend for Cyprus football, not only for AEK. And I couldn't agree more. I know you are a really down-to-earth person, but how does it feel when other players are talking about you like this?
Well, okay, Rafa, first of all, is my great friend. And I'm glad the job that he's doing for this year, it's really...
He's amazing.
I'm not surprised. Honestly,
okay.
I'm not surprised because I was with him, we share great moments. I know his quality as a player and as a person, so I'm not surprised at all. But I'm glad at the same time that he finds himself and he's performing great, and I just wish him to continue like that because I know how important it is, especially for an attacker, to have this, to score and to help the team mainly. But yeah, I mean, okay, when you hear a comment from somebody else, I cannot say that I'm not proud or you know, feeling special, even though, like you say, I'm down on earth and I probably will always be. I'm not acting, I'm just who I am, and I try to present myself on the field and off the field exactly how I am, not to pretend. So I'm glad that the people recognize in their own way. They are not forced for anything to do it. So since it's more natural like that, and the people had judgment about me as a character, as a person, or however they name it, legend or something, I'm really grateful for this, and it's another one responsibility for me, you know, to keep it that way. For the rest of career, life, and yeah.
And the fans also of other teams, not only the teams you have played.
Yeah.
You mentioned before about the game against Omonia when we were talking off air.
Yeah.
And we have seen the fans of Apoel, AEK, Apollon, the way they face you.
Yes.
It's not things that we have seen a lot of times in Cyprus football.
That's why we have to go back again in the same. It cannot be bigger achievement than this. Nothing can be comparable with this because people recognize something which is maybe at one point strange because like you say, it doesn't happen often. So I also, you know, it happened recently also with the game of Omonia. when I was substitute. It happened before when I was in
Tell us about that game. You had to leave the game?
Yes, I was substitute and I was far from the let's say from the line that I have to go out. So I had to go on the other side, and the moment that I step out, people from the stand, they start to clap, to stand up and clapping, and it was really touching, honestly, because it was all the way until my bench. I had to pass behind the goal, where is also the Ultras of Omonia, and they give me this respect that there are no words to describe. I mean, it's not happen often, and I'm glad that I was in that situation.
You earned that.
Yes, and really they had my respect as well. No matter who they are, how they are, it will always be. And it's not only them. It's okay. I don't have to mention with Ajax last year, last game, but it's this. Maybe you can say it's more natural because you are part of this team.
Yes, you are part of the history of the club.
With Apoel, you can say you are part of this team. Paralimni the same, but there are some situations that when I was...
But the teams you never played there, it's weird.
You never play, and sometimes they are biggest rivals. Like it happened the game in Papadopoulos against Anorthosis when I was member of Ajax, that I think I even scored 1 or 2 goals and we were winning, and I was substitute last minutes, and again they are fans clubs which is really extreme in a normal fun to
this is what we want to see in football, actually.
This is the true thing in football that we don't see it often, but is the beauty of the football. Is the beauty of the football even on long terms. I mean, if this is something that can happen more often, it's gonna be on different level for sure.
And also, I spoke with Koulis Pavlou, and he told me that you are a leader, you are a captain, but in a different way that people can imagine. That you are not loud, you don't need to be loud. You are so calm, but with your calmness, you motivate everybody. And this is a unique point of your character and the way you help the other guys in the dressing room, in the game. But usually when we hear about a leader or a captain, we usually imagine someone who is very loud and speaks very loud, and generally it's a loud person. And for you it's the opposite thing.
Well, there are big differences between leaders and captains. You cannot put it in the same basket.
Okay.
Because you don't have to wear the band
to be a leader. There are, like you say, different kind of profiles, characters that, like you say, shouting, and through this they are trying to get something more or push somehow the team. But every situation requires different thing how to approach, because the dressing room, the characters, the egos of the players who are in the specific dressing room in that year or that moment, you have to observe and to make the correct approach. Sometimes it has to be with shouting, sometimes no. But how I see the thing is that the team, the general, when you make a speech or something, okay, it can affect. It's obviously, but the main thing is to get individually to the certain people and player, because not everyone needs the same thing. That's right.
So the general speech, it's normal and it's always good, but for the specific moments, not everyone needs this in order to be pushed or to be awake or to be laughed or to feel more important, more confident, or it's a man management.
And I want to ask you if you remember the chat you had with Nektarios Alexandrou after the game with Shakhtar, away game. If you remember. Exactly when
I know it was the game when the game finished. We were together, but...
You don't remember. He remembers.
He remembers?
He remembers.
Okay.
You told him, Phil, can you believe it? We are first on the group. This is what you told him.
Yes.
Now you remember,
great,
maybe?
Great, yeah. I know that I spoke
How
with
is
him.
the feeling to living something like this, extremely memorable experiences.
It's kind of, if I can describe, like a fairy tale, kind of, that you are not waking up. You know, you are living the dream. The game is coming, but all this dream was on the very beginning, when, you know, it happened, and then you have to approach it. So, but after a certain point of time, how the games are coming and how the results were going well for us as well, we approach very normally. Which
didn't surprise you, the result and the...
No, because you know that you can do it, and you are doing it. So the next game is coming. There is no big difference in the previous 3 games. So the preparation, the approach and everything, it's becoming more natural. Because in the beginning we said, okay, we are going to try to show ourselves in the best possible way, because we know what we are representing. It's not just the club, it's the whole country. So it's a huge weight on our shoulders, but not having as extra pressure. Let's try to enjoy the moment, because you don't know if it will repeat this moment again ever. So we took it in that way. We took it more like, okay, let's try to compete with them, with whoever it is, to face it, and then let's see what is going to happen. So how the games were going, and we had the positive results, then the next ones was like I said to Nectaris, we are first. So is it strange? Probably yes, I don't know, but we were first after that game.
But it's happening.
It's happening, and but at the same time, after this game, I remember was the game in St. Petersburg with Zenit. That was, we need the result. So it was a thin line, or we will not go, or we're gonna finish first. So that game was a lot of huge pressure.
Okay.
Because it was a game that changed a lot of things after that game. So we managed to play draw, and we finished first in the group, which was another extreme achievement, because not because you are first, it's because you are missing the favorites of the other in the draw. You go as a first in the group. So it was, it was like a fairy tale that when we saw Real Madrid, we knew that
it was the end.
It was realistically the end, because quarterfinal to play against Real Madrid and to pass them, it's a bit...
Not even a dream.
I think it was it, but yeah, it was brilliant.
You mentioned the game against Real, but you were a little bit unlucky concerning the game in Madrid. You couldn't play because of an injury. Did you feel weird that you couldn't play that historic stadium?
Yes, obviously I cannot say no. I make the training with the team day before the game, so if this can count a bit. But yes, but on the other side, I mean, we did historical success to arrive to this point.
Yeah, for sure.
So to destroy all this and be sad because I didn't play that game, it is not worth it. Even though, yes, it's a big, I miss very big game, but okay, it is how it is. I think even that game we show ourselves we had a good performance. Okay, we lose the game, but it was good experience for my teammates as well. I was there at the stadium. It was overall it was okay.
It was very
a bit
good.
Unlucky, but I cannot ask more.
It happens in football anyway.
Yes, definitely.
What about Ivan Jovanovic? What about him? What about this guy? What you can tell?
Ask me what you want.
About his character and about the way he's so successful, let's say, as a coach, not only as a coach concerning the results, but generally the players love him.
Yeah.
Generally there is a respectful environment around him.
Definitely.
And this is one of the reasons he's so good in his job, I guess.
Yes. No, you don't have to guess. It is like that. It's a complete, not only coach, but also as a person. It's a really complete. And is not by coincidence what he is doing, and that we have to be surprised because he's not only at one club. He's changing countries, he's changing clubs. The success is always behind him, next to him, and the approach that he has on the field and off the field with the players and with the dressing room itself and with the tactical part as well. I mean, it's really, I cannot be more proud that I was lucky to cooperate with him in two different clubs, in Apoel and Al Nassr in Dubai as well. Really, it's a special. I cannot describe in few words, but it's a true leader as well, winner, that he knows how, he knows when, and this, in my opinion, separates him from the others as a coach. For me, it's a complete.
Did he make you feel confident against those big teams during the game?
Yes. He, what we spoke before all this start, when we say that what we are going to face and how to face it, and the results were something that give us the push to think that yes, we can do more. Mm-hmm. But he was the one who was controlling this, and who knew how and when and what to say, the way to say, because he knows how to manage. He knows how to manage and use the right words, right timing, for everybody to not only to believe but to be on the same path.
Stick to the plan. And during the games, usually we see coaches that during the games they are obsessed, they are stressful. What about him? Is that so concentrated and clear mind during the game as we see?
Yes, because behind the scenes, I mean, the whole preparation before the game, it's where he's fully active. Because when the game starts, it's most of the things, it depends on the players, on the behavior, on the decisions, on the tactical part that you had it from before, but every game can happen something that you are not planning. So we as a players, we have to react. He was the one who was monitoring this and he was giving instructions. That's why maybe, like you say, not in the shouting way or something, more calm, specific. But he had the other side of shouting when we were leading 2-3-0, for example, and when we start to drop, matter of, okay, we win the game because it's already 2-3-0 and we start to get out of the plan, to start to do some individual things. Then he was very much, not very much, but he was aggressive because he didn't like why we...
He didn't want you to relax during the game.
Yes, because by relaxing means that you are not following the plan that...
You are in the wrong way.
Yes.
And what about, you still keep in touch with...
Yes.
You are still...
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And what about Jose Luis Oltra? Are there a lot of differences between these two coaches, I guess?
Well, yes, because they have different approach on the game itself, on the practices, on the preparation, during, after. I mean, they are totally different profiles that, of course you can compare their coaches. They have, winner ideas and how to make this, because what Oltra did also with AEK, it's also history.
Great achievement, yes, of course.
Top 16 of Europe Conference League. It's a huge achievement, and definitely he has a huge part of it, because every coach who are in that generation, it's the coach. It has to have a big part. But if the players don't do the things that you are asking, that's why maybe sometimes the coaches are paying the price, because we, the players, or we are not capable to do it, or we are not comfortable to do it, or we are not doing because whatever. But with him, he was very strict. He wanted to follow specific rules that he set it up. and it was a bit, tense sometimes, during the games, and he was, let's say, comparing with Jovanovic about the presentation on the bench. He had also more, if you can say, more aggressive moments for specific situation, because also he wants to win as well. So
the way of winning, yes.
Everybody goes differently. So, but of course, he has my huge respect as well, because we share great moments with him as well, and it was a great couple of years.
Do you remember what the AEK fans did against the Dnipro, the away game?
Yes, of course. They were. I think they block all the streets around because it was in front of the hotel, in front of the bus, and we were honestly struggling to enter the bus because they were there. It was so emotional, so fanatic, so passionate. It was really a unique moment. And when you see such a thing, it's very special for a player, because also for the whole team, because you know that you have someone behind you, no matter the outcome. And this is something that generally, in Cyprus we are seeing, even in IL we have fans that they are completely behind us, and every game they are coming. And this is also another beauty of the football, because when you don't have such a thing, you are gonna miss big part. But having people behind, no matter the outcome, because you're gonna have bad, you're gonna have good games, performance, results. This is something that is changing every week. But the love and the support of the people behind is something that stays forever. So it's really, really unique.
Do you remember how many goals you scored in Europe? So you are the top scorer of Cyprus clubs.
23.
Yeah, that's right.
23.
And against which team you scored most of your goals? No, I think it's for your most of your goals. It's a Cyprus team. Anorthosis. Yes, of course.
Yes.
And how many goals did you score against AEK as a Apoel player?
4 or 5.
5 goals. 5 goals.
Okay.
And only 1 red card in your career, if I am right.
Yes.
Do you remember that game?
Of course I remember.
Definitely you remember that game.
I cannot forget that. Maybe something else I can forget, but that Mr. Stratos was the referee. And it was the game.
How is it possible to get only 1 red card in your career?
Yes, it was against Apollon in Syria. It was Saketi, the player of Rome. It was one, a bit aggressive situation in front of the goal that he came with intention on me. He elbowed me, and then basically it was my reaction on his action. Because I got hit, and it was normal reaction to, but I cannot, I have to admit, I did something. I mean, it was reaction, but that was the situation why it happened. And then, unfortunately, in that time we didn't have the VAR or something to be extra examined the case. The assistant referee saw this, and probably he saw my movement as well, only. And he showed me red, he showed to him yellow, and the game continued. So it was our corner as well, so it was in their box. It happened what it happened, and
just 1 red card. This shows it all, I think, about you and the way you're playing. Yeah. And also, I don't know if it's true or if you know it, but someone had to take a tattoo on his body because he lost. He asked you to score, and if you were scoring, he was going to make a tattoo with your name. I don't know if you remember this story.
It was one story like that, but I don't know exactly how all this came up. But I know it was from Apoel.
Yes.
Panicos.
Yes, Panicos Agiazis.
I know that he put the name. But I have to ask him again if it's only because of me or because of
Jovanovic.
Yes, so it's.
Well, it's clever. You write one Ivan and you are for everybody.
So yes, we have to.
He told me that he told you if you score, I will do this tattoo. Do you remember which goal it was?
I don't remember the goal.
You don't remember? I guess it was probably a European goal or something.
Maybe it was Shakhtar.
Ah.
Because there I scored. So
Yes.
Okay, I don't remember which, but
most
since he
probably.
put it, so
And one last thing, because I guess it's a DNA. You have a son who is playing football,
Yes.
and he's scoring also and playing attacking line.
yes.
Extreme,
Yes.
center forward.
Yes, he's doing well.
He's doing well. How old is he?
He's 12.
12 years old.
12 and he's in the academy of Nectarios.
Of Nectarios, yes.
So he's taking care as well. He's following. He's like I say.
Is he following his daddy's steps? What do you think?
He's following his own steps.
Okay.
I'm not the one who is going to push. We tell him what to do, how to do. I want him to find his own way of loving the game and approaching the game. So when the time comes that he will need my specific help, even though I'm observing and I know when I will step up, is the moment I would like him just to enjoy, to have fun, to love the game, to go before the training with smile, to come back with smile. Sometimes are emotions because they lose, which is good. He wake up the competitive spirit in himself. He likes to win. Of course, the losses hits him a bit, which we can say we have the same thing about this. But again, he has to find his own way. At the moment, the things are going well, and I hope for the future he can do something in his own shoes.
So Ivan, thank you so much. It was an honor for Kickoff to having you today with us.
Thank you.
I'm very happy that we can hear from you a lot of things about your character and this kind of stuff and all the things I have heard through the week waiting for our interview. Wishing you all the best to you, to your family, and of course to you and your team.
Much appreciated. It was my honor. Thanks.
Αυτά λοιπόν κυρίες και κύριοι από Ιβάν Τρισκόφσκι. Ραντεβού ξανά σε μία εβδομάδα.